those really moving parts of that testimony. Shay Moss talked about Trump supporters showed up at her grandmother's house and actually forced their way into her home. I mean, they talked about the real impacts on their lives from these claims when their names were out there, used by Rudy Giuliani and by President Trump out there on the internet. As far as accountability, talking about how far Rudy Giuliani has come, there's a question about whether he has the money to pay anything here. I mean, Donald Trump is actually scheduled to headline a fundraiser for him at his golf club, I think a week from tonight. He's not paying his legal bills, but he's offering to show up and make some remarks on his behalf.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, Ms. Freeman and Ms. Moss are not just victims in this case, but they're really heroes. I mean, they didn't ask for this, right? It's one thing to me if Rudy Giuliani or Donald Trump goes after someone who puts themselves in the public eye, someone who runs for office, someone who goes on TV like us, that's fine. But these are private citizens who did their civic duty. They were vote counting and doing it fairly and honestly. And to be accused of being outright criminals is outrageous. And now Rudy's facing consequences.
Well, also being accused, let's not kind of try and tiptoe around this. The racially loaded terminology that was used repeatedly is
drug
not
dealers,
subtle. And it's not like they can act like that wasn't what, stop. Yep. Like everyone knows what you're trying to say. Shelby, you're talking to every campaign all the time right now. I think what's interesting in terms of where the Trump campaign is, where the whole kind of legal apparatus is right now. Michelle mentioned the fundraiser the former president's going to hold. But Giuliani's involved in so many different pieces of this, and they can cross-cut to some degree with testimony, with stipulations. Yeah, and I think that's the big takeaway that I have with this Giuliani situation is that what he says in one case, when you're involved in multiple cases, which it's not just Giuliani involved in multiple cases, right? Obviously, Trump has 4 or 5, depending on which ones we're counting. But when you say one thing in one case, it could end up affecting your other cases. And so these defendants who are involved in multiple cases have to be very careful about what they say, how they defend themselves, the evidence they produce, because as we're seeing, it could come back to affect them down the line in unrelated cases that are only, conceptually related. Which is part of